once you get everything squared away, how do you start everything that you ever do with your weapon? You unload it. Very good. So you have your release, and then just because you release the clip doesn't mean anything, because what do you have to do next? Rack it, make sure you have any rounds that are in the chamber out of it. That's how you start every time, doesn't matter what we're doing. And then again, make sure that you check your barrel. Don't check for brass, it's a bad habit to get into. Check your barrel, make sure your barrel is clear, that's the most important thing. So, slide down. Now we know that this weapon is safe to handle and clean. Your weapon is going to be different than mine. You need to figure out and really just Google search on what your weapon is and just specifically type how to break down my, M&P Shield, how to break down my whatever. It doesn't matter what. Find that video on how to break that down so you know how to. So for mine, my M&P Shield is pretty straightforward. First, after you unload it, after you verify that there's nothing in the barrel, you have to make sure that the safety is down, slide it back and use the slide lock, and then see this little toggle it down. You see how that moved out a little bit? And then this part's kind of cool actually. So release the slide lock and then you pull the trigger. And that's why it's so important to make sure that you're verifying the clip is removed, the round is out of the chamber, because at the end of this whole process you have to pull that trigger and you need to have no doubt whatsoever that this is safe to handle. So once that's done, you can disassemble the barrel a little bit further, move this slide out, just kind of pulls right out, and then you can remove the barrel. And that is, in pieces, what you have. So pretty straightforward. I usually separate my ammunition, make sure I put it away, and then I bring in my weapon cleaning kit. Now this is actually not mine, I didn't pay for this. A buddy of mine, Jim, gave it to me, or he at least lent it to me and then moved away. So Jim, if you want this back, let me know. But I'm gonna use it today because this thing is awesome. I don't know how much these usually go for. This one says it was $350. I don't know what year this was purchased in, but if this is the price for it, you absolutely need to invest the money, because if you have a dirty weapon, it can stick, it can jam, and really it can just kind of rust or corrode, or you just want to take care of this weapon. It's important. Alrighty. Alright, so this is it. This is what you're working with. Now, they all usually come with some oil, some cleaning solution, and then kind of a kit like this. These are the pads that I'm going to use to clean and dry the weapon. Do they look fancy? Because they're paper towels. I don't know what brand because I don't care. And then what I found out today was my wife had some of these somewhere. I don't know what she wants them for. All I know is that these bad boys are like the perfect size, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try these today and see if they work. Maybe my wife and I have a not great argument about this later on, but for right now, hey, maybe they work, so let's do this. All right, so you have everything set up in front of you. And what I like to do is I like to start from kind of the barrel area, get that squared away, get that dried and put that aside, and then I like to do the trigger housing and all that good stuff. You'll find your own process, it doesn't really matter. So first, open up your solution, and then I'm gonna use this new patented pad. And again, I don't know if this stuff is expensive or not. I'm assuming it's something makeup related, but I don't care because it's just the size of this is perfect. So you want to give your barrel really good, just kind of scrub, and you want to make sure that any residue from the rounds that went through it, or if it's been gathering dust for a while or anything like that, you want to just give it a really good once over, and just, you can even see the grime that's coming off of it. And just really give it a good once over. These things are forgiving. They're going to shoot and they're going to keep on shooting, but the better you maintain it as you go, the less you have to worry about like jams or stoppages or, rust or corrosion or anything like that. Like you should kind of enjoy this process because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like peaceful. Like you have to focus, you have to concentrate, you have to clean everything. It's something that doesn't happen really quickly. So I didn't like that. So that might be a reason people don't use that. You see that fuzz that broke off in there? So maybe I'm gonna switch to paper towels because, good concept. Maybe I'll use this to dry. Maybe this won't be good for cleaning. So let's set that aside. Let's get back to paper towels. Hey, you learn as you go, That really good. And then big boy. Just really get in there and try to get that cleaning solution in there. You don't have to really worry about pricking your finger or anything stupid. This is not that dangerous. All you're doing is you're cleaning everything and getting it all grit free. I'll stick it around your barrel, or the slide rather. Your sights. Front sight. Obviously your sights, you don't want to have all kinds of dust and stuff on there. Or you can, it's your gun. I just recommend cleaning it and kind of taking care of it. All right, so let's dry this guy off real quick. All right, so let's try again. So as a drying device, I don't know, I dig it. As long as Danny doesn't try to murder me for using them, I think these are, but like this part, like see how it falls apart? But then maybe for the intricate stuff you use the paper towels that can take kind of a pounding. Yeah, look at all that stuff. Blah. And if you haven't done it in a while, man, hey, this is a judgment-free zone, all right? This is just like Planet Fitness. I don't care what you've done up until the point. What I care about is what you do now. Watch it, learn from it, and then start putting it into practice. Put on some music. I mean, Spotify is right in front of you. It's on your phone or whatever, you use to listen to music. But there's tons of podcasts you can listen to. I just finished Atlanta Monster. There's like a whole bunch of them. Last podcast on the left. There's a ton of great podcasts out there that, they'll occupy your brain while you do something that's actually important. So. All right, so let's go ahead and dry. Maybe for the barrel. I'm working really hard to try to use this. I don't know why. I think I just believe in them. I want to be able to benefit from these stupid little circles. And maybe I will and maybe I won't, but I want to at least try. I just don't want any of that stupid cotton stuff to get in the barrel. Now before I get it together, I want to go and clean out the innards of the barrel. There might be some dirt or grime, and then they give you these little tools for it. So you get this little rod here, you put on, let's do this guy first. A little brush. And then just really slowly. Back to. I don't know how good or bad you can see that, but. Okay. Get that guy off. And then this thing's pretty cool because you can feed, one of those cleaning patches, or like I did, I Frankenstein some paper towels because I don't think you should spend a whole bunch of money on this because you don't have to. The important thing is that you clean it. You don't need to go buy name brand pads. That's stupid. And I don't want something stupid like that to keep you from cleaning. Like, oh, well, I only clean it if I have a specific pad. No, these are paper towels. I put them out. I cut them multiple times. I got so many out of just cutting up a paper towel that it would have been stupid to waste all that money on, like going to the store and waiting and stuff like that. So, clean that real quick. All right. This isn't about you now. This is about me making sure this is nice and clean and dry. Cool. All right, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I just need you to trust me that it looks nice in there. Take another pen, kind of get this part off. All right, so then I'm gonna put this back together. Sure that's seated. All right, 1 of 2. This one's good to go. Go ahead and put that right there. Now, Trigger housing. See, it's still got some oil that I put in there because you should always put a couple drops of lubrication in this bad boy. Oops. So you can see all that kind of oil in there. So we want to take care of all that. So let me get some of my cleaning solution. Get this guy the hell out of my way. And second verse same as the first. Let me just get in there and just start cleaning it out. If you have great pads, good. You can use your brush if you want to. All this stuff is intricate, so like I just feel really leery about taking a brush to it and just scrubbing the crap out of it. So I just like to go with the feel method. And then depending on how clean or dirty your weapon is, you might have to spend a good bit of time on that. But if you keep on it, if you do it every time you shoot, these are really easy to maintain. They're not that hard. This isn't supposed to be that hard. I'm sorry that I keep on knocking the stand. I'm just trying to reach around the stand so you can get the perspective of how you'll most likely do it. I've seen some reverse perspectives and I'm like, great, now I have to like flip this upside down and all this other crap. So I was like, well, how would they look at it? They look at it kind of like this. Obviously the only difference is going to be what kind of weapon you own or decide to buy, which is fine. This is all about learning. Just gonna find a little bit. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I don't usually do this with an audience. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta get in there and make this count, you know. If you want this thing to try to do why you bought it, you want to take a little bit of time to get it all ready to rock and roll, right? All right, let's use these tripads. Except for the like cottony parts, this works amazing for like exterior or low snag areas. But I don't think this is something that we're gonna have to get into. I don't know, some people use Q-tips. Like I remember when I was in the Marines, we would use Q-tips a lot to get the integral parts, but I remember that would break off cotton too, so. Just, you know what, man? Whatever you work out, I don't care. Let me know. Let me know what you use. Let me know what works best for you. I just know that. Just trying to get this figured out. Piece of something got in my hand. Weird. Get all that. All right, so once you get it all, you know, dry as you can take any of these extra, like see this guy, you go ahead and get in there and try to soak up some of the blech that you can't reach too well with whatever pad you're using. Get in there and kind of get as much of the solution out as you can. It's okay to have oil in there, but you don't really want to leave the cleaning solution in there. But Devin, it'll clean as I shoot. Shut up. Actually, take that to the barrel. All right, so now that we got everything nice and gross, go ahead and put the cap on so we don't have a terrible incident. Woo! And then oil. And what I kind of try to do is not go too hard on this. I don't know, you just really don't want to over oil this thing because you don't want it to like slip or you don't want to have any incidents. So there's, let's see if I can get this thing. So you got this rail and this rail. You got this guy and this guy. And I just kind of do a drop on here, a drop on here, and then I put it back together. That's literally all I do. You can do more. I just, because oil helps, you know, the slide action, but it also helps protect it a little bit. And so when you put it all together, you should have all the pieces in place, make sure that your spring's all good to go, your barrel's all good to go. And then you see those two threads right there? And you see those first two rails? That's where you're gonna start your transition, and make sure that your safety's down. kind of thread them up, Lego style, and then slowly work it back, because then you'll have to hit that one as well. And then as long as you've got everything on together, go back and use your slide lock, move that forward, and then push it back forward, drop the slide lock, and then that's it. And then you have to test fire it, but what do you always do? Point it away from your body, and that's it. Pull it apart, clean it, dry it, put it back together after you've oiled it, and then you're done. So that's it. Hope that helped. If you guys have any other questions, let me know, and see you next week. My name is Devin, and thank you for watching Gun 101.